Hello, everyone. My name is Oliver, and I've been working on the GTM or on the go-to-market team for 4.5 very happy years, reporting into Oliver Borm and Jos Meyerhoff at the time, working on measurement solutions such as experiments. And now I've switched into a PM role here in the Zurich offices, on working on keyword match types. So working with Hussein Savas, still on the GTM side, still on the ad side, but now on the product side. And I've always been very interested in PMing. Always been very excited to build products. I've built a lot of tools during my time at GTM. I've worked a lot with engineers and PMs, obviously, during that time, and I always enjoyed that. And so I put together a PDP, marking this is where I want to go. What do I need? I interviewed PMs and engineers to understand like what are the requirements that I need. And for example, one of those requirements at the time was, at least a soft requirement, was to study computer science. And so that's what I did. I did a part-time degree in computer science and a bachelor's degree. But I also did a lot of other things, right? Like 20% projects, rotations that really helped me to develop into that role. And it was always easy to argue with Oliver and Jos to say, hey, this is where I want to develop. You agreed with me on this PDP. This is a 20% project that really helps me develop into that role, and it made any conversation a lot easier. So I strongly recommend using a PDP like that. But in the end, like no PDP in the world is probably going to fully prepare you for that moment when you make that switch. I've been very uncomfortable for the first 6 or so months, always thinking back like my role in GTM was so much more comfortable. Should I move back? I was much more confident in that role at the time, of course. But now I'm super happy that I made that jump. I wouldn't want it any other way. I see myself long term here, but it's in that moment it's really hard. And so it's one recommendation that I have is just get over that hump. The second recommendation that I would have is don't undersell yourself. Understanding advertisers is no easy task. It's super helpful, super valuable for engineering and for other PMs. Many PMs don't come from this background that you have, working so closely with advertisers. And so that is always something that you have as an added value. And so the maybe third thing that I would recommend, and the most important thing, is just get out there. Talk to other PMs, talk to other engineers. Send messages on Go Grow to ask like, am I qualified for this role? Would you consider me for this role, even if I'm not a PM, maybe as part of a rotation? I was always waiting for someone to open that door for me, but in the end, you have to go out there and open it for yourself. So hopefully that helps, but always reach out to ask any questions, of course.
Hello there, my name is Jenny. I'm part of the APAC product GTM. I'll be joining the product team as a Kids Ad Safety PM, make sure that our ads are safe for users under 18. And I see there are another questions on when did I know that it was a time for me to make a career pivot? Actually, this is more like a gradual as compared to a sudden changes. I take my PDP very seriously in 2021 and landed that I want to be a product VP as a North Star in a Fortune 500 tech company like Google. And since then, I reached out to my mentor, which is a product director. I asked him this question: if tomorrow you'll become a product VP and you obviously have to hire a product director, what kind of skill sets and background that you're looking for in a candidates? And from there, I identify many skill and portfolio gap that I need to work on. And taking a PM rotation, becoming a full-time PM is the byproduct of that. The next question that I'm seeing is what advice that I would share with GTMers about a potential pivot into a PM. So I would say if you're a product GTM, make sure that you become the best product GTM for your GPL and PM. Make sure that your region is the best. Go all out, went above and beyond, build strong relationship with the PM. And if possible, and you build that value, I, I mean, if your PM is open for you to join a meeting with the PM and Ange and UXR, that will be even better because you can learn on how PM and Ange, UX, PGM are all working together, and you start building that relationship. It's really valuable to make sure that you know what's PM role or the nuances, all the things that you don't really see in courses because there's a lot of soft skill involved in it. And of course, because you are there, and if of course if they know that you want to be a PM, it will be likely that if there's any 20% full-time rotation or PM opportunity that comes out, you'll be the first few person that knows about it as well. But if you're not a product GTM, don't worry as well. Find an opportunity for you to build a natural projects together with product team that are on your site. For example, if there's any local hackathon in your office, can you join, get to know product team from the other org and product area, and hopefully from there you build a strong relationship as well. Hopefully that's helpful, and let me know if you have any other question that I can support you with. Bye.
Hi GTM, my name is Jess Givens. I am a proud GTM alum who was on the Central GTM team. I focused on org strategy specific to specialists, and it was a great opportunity to also have visibility to ALCS leadership. Last year, I joined the YouTube Ads org as a global product lead for Connected TV, and in this role, I work with Product GTM, I work with Product Eng and many other partners to ultimately bring the best of YouTube on the TV screen, both to our viewers and also to advertisers. There are many things that I leverage in this role that I really honed during my GTM days. What I'll highlight is the ability to flex with purpose. After coming from GTM, I'm able to go to a very granular, structured problem solving, critical thinking level and reframe and elevate that for leadership for a few purposes. To one, influence without authority, and two, to also drive productive discussions that lead towards the decisions that we really need. And that ability to flex with purpose has been invaluable. From a career growth perspective, I'm going to be a bit unconventional. My advice for career growth at Google is to dare to dream, to focus on what excites you, and when you're considering different next steps or things to explore, really ask yourself for what purpose. So once you get to that point, you can look back at that answer for guidance. So dare to dream, GTM.